Hey everyone, and welcome to Understandable English. Today, we're going to talk about the word would. Wait, would. You have probably heard of this word, right? But do you know how to use it perfectly in all the different contexts? Well, let's see. Today, we'll go from easiest to hardest. So, number 1, repeated actions in the past, typically when we are remembering something. This is very close to the phrase used to. For example, when I was a child, we would go to school by bus. We would sit with our friends and we would play games. And when we got to school, we would play in the playground before school started. Easy enough. Let's try number 2. This one may seem a bit strange, but think about would as like will in the past tense. Strange, right? But let's look. I thought we would be late to school, but we arrived on time. I thought he would be kind, but he was mean. It seemed like your invention would work, but it didn't. Many languages want to use the word will here, or the future tense, but in English you can't do that. You have to use the word would. Number 3. This one is about willingness. Willingness is like wanting to do something, but here we use would for willingness in the past tense. Dad wouldn't let me drive his car, so we had to take the bus. John wouldn't give me his sandwich, so I had to buy a burger. Now, this one's a fun one. Number 4 is for politeness. Look, we could say, will you please help me with my homework? Or, would you please help me with my homework? What's the difference? Well, will you please help me with my homework is okay, but would you help me with my homework is more polite. So when asking for help or asking for someone to do something, you should try to be polite. So, would you help me please with my homework is the better option to use. Just for fun, let's look at 4 sentences that we use to command or to tell people what to do. And let's see what goes from the most polite to the least polite. Look, stop talking. This is the least polite. Next we have, please stop talking. Will you please stop talking? Would you please stop talking? This is the most polite or the kindest way to ask someone to do something. Easy enough, but now things will get spicy. That is, they get a little bit harder. Let's try it. Are you ready? Reported speech. This is a big grammar topic, and I will make a whole video just for this because it's very confusing. But for now, here's a short example with would as reported speech. If James says, will this question be on the test tomorrow? We can ask George, George, what did James say? George will say, James asked, would that question be on the test the next day? As always with reported speech, we take a step back in the past. But if you've never heard of reported speech, don't worry. I'll have another video for you to watch and learn all about it. Next up, we have the conditional tense. This is probably where most of you started to see the word would in textbooks. Let's take a look. In most examples, we use the word but. For example, he would play basketball, but he's got a stomach ache. That is, he wants to play basketball, but he can't because his stomach is hurting. He would go to Mexico, but he doesn't have any extra money. So he wants to go to Mexico, but he can't because he doesn't have any extra money to spend. Next up, we have imaginary situations. For example, let's take a trip to Spain. That would be very expensive, but that would be very warm. You might also hear the phrase, wouldn't it be nice? Wouldn't it be nice to live on Mars? There's actually an old Beach Boys song with this name, so if you like music, you can listen to the song and remember how to use would in this context. Next up, we have conditionals. It's another huge grammar topic that deserves a whole other video, so I will just touch it today. Second conditionals are something that is hypothetical and probably won't happen. We use the conditional tense for this. Look, I would buy a fast car if I won $10 million. I probably won't win $10 million, so I probably won't buy a car. That's why we use the second conditional and the word would. Next up, we have polite conditionals. This might be useful when we are giving advice. Look, oh no, I don't understand this grammar. We could say, he will help you if you ask him, but there's a politer way to say so. It's better to say, he would help you if you asked him. It's a bit confusing, yeah? But think about it like this. You don't know that he is going to help, so perhaps it's a bit hypothetical or improbable. Therefore, we might use a second conditional and the would tense. So if you think about it like that, it makes sense, more or less. Last up, we have some expressions and phrases with the word would. Let's take a look. Requests. Would you mind doing something or not doing something? Would you mind helping me? Would you mind not doing that? Would you mind not talking during the film? Offers and invitations. Would you like an ice cream cone? Would you like to go to Uzbekistan with me? Preferences. I would rather or I'd rather not. I'd rather go swimming than go to the movies. I'd rather not eat too much ice cream. Thinking, but not sure about something. I would think or I'd think. Your math class is very difficult, I'd think. I would imagine, I'd imagine. I'd imagine he's very smart. I would guess or I'd guess. I'd guess he went home already. So that's all there is. Did you get them all? Did you know them all? Tell me in the comments how many you already knew and how many you learned today. Also, you can try to write a few examples in the comments and I'll help you fix your mistakes. If you learned something new, please like, subscribe, and I'll see you next time on Understandable English. Toodles!